Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. It's Monday, y'all. Monday motivational here. Feel absolutely amazing, y'all. This is the best I felt in a month. All my allergies is gone. All the pollen is washed down the drains. And no more sneezing, no more eye watering. None of that is gone. I go through this, I tell y'all, since I was a kid. I just have to deal with it. But I've gotten over the hump, and yeah. And then I had a cold with it. It was just miserable for about a week there for me, y'all. But that's the best I felt in a month. So anyway, I kept grinding, kept going. So like I said, at the end of the tunnel is always light. So anyway, today I want to talk to you about it. I'm going to go through here pretty quickly. I ain't going to hold y'all long. Like I say, after preaching, get through preaching after 20 minutes, people ain't listening anyway. So I got me a few notes here so I don't get off course. Like I tell y'all, I talk to a lot of people on the phone, in person, giving people encouragement and stuff like that. Even in my life, I mean, what I tell y'all is stuff that I've dealt with and grew through and grown through. And like I say, you don't go through it, you grow through it. And that's why I tell people certain things and being successful and getting through things in life, don't go through it, grow through it. And I'm going to explain to you, it's two types of growth types to success to grow. You got those people that need to be got to that level, but they need to be kind of pruned. And some people need to be start their planning process, seeding, planting, and getting to that. And I'm gonna kind of explain to you what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna kind of make an example with you through trees and fruit trees and even cooking in my aspect, the way I can do it in my aspect. You got two types of people. The people that want to be successful, even financially, personally, spiritually, socially, want to have some growth in their life to be success. You might be trying to get your business going. You might be trying to get it might be personal relationships you're trying to grow out of or getting grown into, and you just said a stalemate. I've heard all this on the phone with conversations with people. Some people haven't even got started. They have goals in mind, but they don't know which way to get started. But you can't get started until you plant that seed. And let me make an example. I got an example here. I got some peach seeds here. I'm going to plant these seeds in about 2 weeks. I'm waiting after Easter when I start planting. All my fruit trees have pretty much froze and died. So these are peach seeds that I got last year from you remember that peach haul I got from Georgia. So I saved the peach seeds. I've had them drying out, almost 6-8 months, getting them ready for the ground. I'm gonna put them in the ground in a couple of weeks. The regular peach seeds. It can't do nothing to these unless I actually put dirt on them and allow them to grow. Eventually, the peach seeds will be able to where I can make peach preserve like I got right here, and peach jelly, which I have here. But it's going to require work. This is going to require some work. Just putting these peach seeds in the ground, covering with dirt, and hoping for the best is not going to work. It's going to require some work. Just like any other thing. Like when I started my YouTube channel, when I started Old School Soul Food, the old school brand, I didn't just put a name up there, Old School Soul Food, and just putting some recipes up and just say, okay, that's it. It required work. It required dedication. It required a lot of determination with it. So in that aspect, when I put these peach seeds in the ground, put dirt on them, I'm gonna have to water them every day, pretty much every day. I'm gonna have to fertilize them every day, meaning that I use two types of fertilizer. I ain't gonna get too scientific on y'all, but I use two types of fertilizer. I use eggshells. I use chicken manure on my peach, on my trees. That's two types of fertilizer that I use. But I have to fertilize it. I have to water it. I have to keep it grass from growing around it, from choking it out. It requires work to get to this level of peaches. Of course, I don't have a peach here to show y'all, but this is the end result, what I want to do with these peaches. It requires work. Anything you do in life, you just can't put it out there and say, okay, I want to be successful. People look at me and say, oh, you got a successful social media channel. You got you're successful financial. It required work to get successful financial. Y'all heard my financial advice. I had to commit to putting money in my account every month and not touch it and let it grow and keep putting more and keep putting more. This is like, that's the part of fertilizing it. That's part of me putting fertilizer on my growth. That's the quote unquote, I hate to compare it, but chicken manure to getting up every day as I'm doing my YouTube channel. People, how your YouTube channel, how your stuff grow? I was working 60, 70 hours a week, but I was still doing my regular job, but I would come home and committed to doing videos every night when I get home from work, even though I don't work 20, 15, 12, 10 to 12 hour shifts and come home and make a video, get up early, know my shift, my job started at 5 a.m. I'm getting up at 3 a.m., uploading videos, editing them before I go to work. That was putting in the work, knowing I was tired, but that was part. I knew that had to happen. Going to work every day, not missing a day of work, contributing to my 401k, to my IRA, letting that money grow, because I know later on I wanted that where I could live comfortably at the end. That's part of growth in life. That's part of growing, seeding, fertilizing. That's why I say people look in their life like, how I'm get to that level? Number one, you got to plant the seed first. You got to put in something first. Like I tell people when they want to grow financially, you, the best part of financial independence and growing wealth is your job. You got to work. You got to have an income. Your income is your number one wealth building tool in your life is your income. You cannot grow wealth if you don't have income coming in. That's the bottom line. I tell people that's part of growing your seed, growing your life, getting higher and higher and higher. You got to grow the seed and you got to put in the work. Now, in that aspect, it doesn't always, it's not always roses and cherries. Sometimes that fruit tree gonna die and you gotta redo it again. That's why I gotta do right now. I've had to do it before. The freeze come, I didn't cover up my trees. I wasn't able to do it. The freeze came and killed them all. I gotta dig them up, regrow them. It takes 3 years to grow a fruit on a fruit tree. I'm gonna get kind of into y'all, get country on y'all. It takes about 3 years for a tree. I had got my lime trees and my lemon trees had beautiful limes, beautiful oranges on them. Bam, the trees came and killed them all. I got to redo them. This time I'm going to be a little bit more adamant, cover them up when the freeze is coming and stuff like that. So I have to do that. I didn't lose them all. I got a couple still out there that made it through it. But yeah, sometimes you're going to have this obstacles in your life. 2012, like I told you, I started Old School Soul Food in 2012. 2017, it was taken away from me. Somebody got in there, hacked it, took my channel, took everything, dismantled it. 2017, I had to rebuild it back. That's another story for another day. I've told it before. A lot of people in this view don't know the story. I built Old School Soul Food for 5 years. I had got up to 275,000 people on my Facebook, Old School Soul Food. Somebody come in, a long story short, lost the whole thing, had to build it back again. That's why you see on Facebook, it say started 2017. That's why I had to restart it. 2017 had to build it back up again to where it is now. But I almost didn't, but I almost said, I'm not going to do this. I can't do this. But it was God showing me. I did a few mistakes, tried to be greedy in certain ways, but I learned my lesson, learned by my failures, and now it's even double to where it was then, my thing. But like I'm trying to explain to y'all, you got to, if you want growth, you want to get to a certain level of success, you got to start. A lot of people don't have any but start. How am I going to get there? It's not going to work for you. You got to set that growth and start. Now, you got these people to the level, to the growth, and they stopping right here. This I can't get to the level. I've heard of these people. I got this, yep, I got this much saved. I've got this, I got my channel going, but I can't get no growth. This one you got to prune. I got an oak tree in my front yard. I got one of the largest oak trees on my block yard. It's a huge oak tree. But every 2 years, I got to prune this thing. You know why? It's stunning, this growth, if I don't prune it. I hate to prune this thing because, number one, it cuts all the branches off of it, and I lose a lot of bird nests and the birds' homes and stuff like that. But if I want the full growth of this oak tree, I have to prune it, because if I don't, I'm stunting the growth of the oak tree. Number one, if you don't prune it, you got the branches hanging down. And that means it needs more water, meaning the root's going to start coming out of the ground because it needs more water to it. It kills your grass underneath it, and it's stunning its growth. Once I prune that oak tree, which I did, I'll show you. If I remember, I put the picture up. I did a couple of weeks ago. The branches will start growing higher and higher, outward, and it's going to be a huge, huge growth tree. You have to prune your trees, meaning, when I mean pruning, I'm going to put it in layman terms in your life. You got to prune people out of your life. You got to prune those people in your friends that is not on the same level as you. You got coworkers gossiping and all that, always got bad things and talking about other people. You need to prune them people out your life. There's some family members, they so-called family, they relatives. They're not family. I've told you this before. You got relatives in your life, you got family. There's a big difference. You got to prune those people out your life because they're stunning your growth. They're not trying to get where you're getting. They want to be those little bitty, little small little bushes and weeds around your tree. They're not trying to be a strong oak. You need to prune those people out of your life because they're stunning your growth. Those low hanging branches that's hanging down on that oak tree that's stunning its growth. You need to prune those branches out your life where your oak tree can keep growing. That's part of your life. Like I say, that oak tree is a little seed. Acorn is smaller than this. But that acorn is small, but it's not going to grow to a big oak tree until you put it in the ground, you feed it, and even after you feed it, it's growing up and growing up. Eventually, you don't have to water it anymore, but you still going to have to go and prune it. You got to keep pruning the rest of your life. As long as that oak tree is growing, every 2 years I got to prune it. Meaning in your life, there's going to be people in your life. I'm telling you, I got people right now I still have to kind of push to the side. Now, I don't want you in my circle. I'm trying to still get to a certain level. I don't want you on my old school soul food team. You're not good for my team. I got to let you go. You're not on my team. Even successful people still trying to get up. I'm still pruning in my personal life, in my business life. I still got to do that. If you want to get to that same certain level, successful people, even the people that has big businesses, you still got to keep pruning every 2 years. I got to prune that old tree as long as I'm here living in this house, on this property. I'm still going to prune that oak tree forever. That's just part of it because it's still going to grow and grow and grow. That's a part of your life. So I'm just giving you advice. You have to, number one, if you want to get your success, you want to get your life going, you want to get on track, number one, you got to plant that seed. Number two, you got to feed it. You got to fertilize it, meaning you got to educate yourself. Go certain businesses, certain things you want to go. Read books about it. Take classes on it. Watch if you got a cooking channel, watch Chef Jeff in Old School Soul Food. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm being serious. That's part of feeding your growth. Educate yourself. Take classes. Read books on it. And expand yourself how to get better at your craft. When I was a cook chef, like I say, my mama taught me the basis of cooking. My mama taught me a lot. But I still went to school, went to college, got more educated on this, went into the business of where I worked. I learned more things that my mama didn't teach me. I kept educating myself, getting more and more. Even when I got into the social media, I hadn't had nothing about it. People ask me, how you start that? I had nothing. I told y'all my story. I didn't know nothing about social media. I had a Facebook page, had 350 people on it when I started Old School Soul Food in 2012. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know about the social media. Nevertheless, YouTube, when I started in 2019, I had a YouTube account and with my name. Of course, I flipped the name to Old School Soul Food when I did it. That's why you'll see the YouTube account is 2000. It's not even close to 2019. I think it's 2012 or maybe 2010. It says that, but I didn't start actually YouTube until 2019. I didn't know how to upload a video. I told y'all the first video I uploaded, I go back, it's some Blackberry cobbler. It's like a 30-second video. I didn't know how I got it on there. I didn't know what it was. I just put something on there. But I learned. I started watching other people. I started getting advice from other people and what cameras to use, what do this. Then I got into the business side of it and how to do this and this and this. I educated myself. I wasn't settling. Okay, got a video up. I got Old School channel. Let me see what it'll do. Let me sit back and see if it's gonna grow. No, I worked at it. Anything in life, I tell you, got to work at it. I tell people, a lot of people, and this is one of my pet peeves of what irritates me. So many people get mad at people that have successful businesses and people that's really wealthy, well off, wealthy. And you got the media really bad about this. You got where you, and a lot of politicians are like this. We are taught to hate rich people. We're taught to hate successful people. We're taught to look down on successful people. They'll teach you. We're taught that. They teach people, oh, those rich people, they do this and those. You need to sit down and research how these people become rich, what sacrifices they did to become wealthy, what sacrifices they did to build their business, what sacrifices they went through, and how hard and what sacrifices they did, what how many days they worked 16, 18-hour days and got up and worked 2 or 3 jobs and slept in their business. Research to see how they got there to get to that level. A lot of people don't do that. Like I say this all the time. Some people see your glory, but they don't know your story. They don't know how you got there. That's why I hate when people say, "Oh, you need to." Those people, those rich people, they think they all that. Yeah, follow them. Go talk to them and see what they did. Research how they did it to get to that level. See how they did it, and then you'll have a different perspective. You could do the same thing while you're hating on somebody that got a big business. You, like I said, you got two type of people. You got people that's going to give you a job, and you got two people going looking for a job. You got those two people, and that's the only thing they want. You got people that's always going to be looking for a job. That's the only part. They don't want to be on the other side of the table giving somebody a job or having the ability to hire somebody. You got those type of two people in the world. You got, and it's your decision which one you want to be. You want to be this person that's hiring people, helping people. You want to be that person always looking for a job, always having to depend on somebody else. You got those kind of people. You got the independent or the dependent. I don't want to be dependent on other people. I don't want to be dependent on the government. I always want to be independent. Always, since I was growing up a little boy, I always wanted to be independent. My parents always drilled that into us. Don't ever get in a situation where you rely on other people or other things, because what it is, those people always gonna have power over you. Always. Whenever you dependent on somebody else, they always have that power over you. People don't realize that. When you independent, of course, you don't always gonna have to have some kind of. You're not always, like I say, freedom. Cause like me, I always got to pay the government their taxes. I always got to. That's just a part of life or whatever. I believe in paying taxes and stuff like that because that supports the system. I believe in that. That's biblical. That's in the Bible. But there's a certain cut off of that too. So anyway, you have a choice. You can seed your life, you can plant your seed, you can fertilize your life. That seed with growth, education, and stuff like that. Then you can get to that level of growth, and that's when you start cutting people off, meaning pruning people. It's your life, it's your decision. It's so, and a lot of this stuff is free, y'all. Like I say, kids these days, I even get on these young kids. Y'all, kids, especially young people, y'all have such an advantage over me in my life growing up with social media and the technology they have at their fingertips. And it's amazing. Me and my brother have this all the time, even my best friends. If I had all this technology and stuff when I was a kid and the work ethic that I have, oh my God, the world would be a man. It would be 10 times. I would be 10 times better than I am now. But the young people, they don't know that you have such an advantage of people growing up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s. Now everything's at your fingertip. I mean, everything. But they don't use it as their advantage. They use it as a disadvantage. They don't take advantage of the situation they have, the things they have. So anyway, y'all, I done got off topic. Get to preaching like that. But I want to just encourage somebody out there just don't know where to start, how to start, and just get their life moving and situate. It ain't all about business. It can be in your personal life. It can be in your spiritual life. It can be in your emotional life. You have to plant the seed first. Once you plant that seed, get it growing. Once it's growing, you got the fertilizer. You got to take care of it and let it grow. It's not going to happen overnight. No seed. That peach tree ain't on this. Like I told you, when I plant this peach tree, it's 2000 and what is it, 33. It's going to be late 2025 before I get a peach on there. that I can eat. First first fruit I cut off and throw away because those are no good. Then the next season I'll be able to eat a fruit off of that. But it doesn't happen overnight. Old school soul food didn't happen overnight. It started in 2012 and I lost it in 2015 and had to start it again. Like I say, people see, oh, Chef Jeffrey, they don't know the story I went through. When I started my in 1988, when I started my RA and 401k in 1988, I started with $100, and then I built it up to $1,000, and I contributed $1,000. Yeah, like I say, man, $1,000 is nothing. 1988, but 2023, Chef Jeffrey pretty much do what he want now. But it starts. You have to have that, like I say, them 3 Ds. Drive, determination, discipline. You got them 3 things, you can move mountains and nobody can stop you. But it's up to you. I can't tell you to do it. Your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy can't tell you to do it. It starts here. You have to be able to want to do it. I can give you some encouragement, but I can't physically make you do it. You have to make that conscious effort to do it, and it's not going to be easy. Anybody tell you it's a quick, rich, and easy, it's not. Cut them people off. It's not easy to be successful, y'all. Ask anybody in this world that's successful and got a thriving business, thriving life, living life nice and ask them how they got there. It is not easy. It is not easy, but I guarantee you, once you get that tree to the oak tree and you got it pruning, where that oak tree every day just growing on its own, all you got to do every once in a while, every 2 years, come out and clip some limbs off, you got it going on then. Because that oak tree I got out front, I don't have to water it anymore. I don't have to fertilize it. I don't have to do none of that to it. All I got to do every couple of years, cut some branches off of it and let it continuously grow. That's where old school soul food is going now. Before I had to fertilize it. Before I had to prune it. Before I had to trim around it. Before I had to water it every day. But now I'm at the oak tree level. All I got to do is prune every 2 years and let the thing go. And you can get the same way. So anyway, y'all, I just want to share that with y'all because somebody out there need to hear that. Okay, let me close this video, but a couple of things I need to do. I just always forget the guys that work behind me and make me look good. My team, like a space. I was been feeling bad for the past month, y'all. Just I'm telling you, my allergies and it drains me. It don't only drain my sinuses, it drains my whole body. I have no energy to do nothing, and my team is just keep my videos up. They keep posting. When I was in Chicago those 3 days, they kept videos going up. They make sure the thing. I have an awesome team behind me that makes me look good, and they don't even want no kind of publicity or nothing like that. And they're absolutely amazing. They know who I'm talking to. I love y'all. Y'all keep me going. Y'all keep Chef Jeffrey looking good, and I really appreciate it. I just cannot tell you how much it means to me. Because a lot of people, oh, your page, everything look good, because I have a team that makes sure Old School Soul Food is always at the top of everything. Everything's posted. Of course, I'm do a lot of comment and I check the comments and things like that. But I got somebody, and I told these people on my in person in Chicago, I got a person that y'all don't know who she is. I tell you, it's a lady, and she monitors the comments on all my things or whatever, and she ain't no leaving the holy, and she ain't all that. I'm Lord Jesus and all that. No, she one of these people. You need somebody on your team. I'm telling you, don't care what you think, and she'll tell you how it is. She'll embarrass you. She this, and she has embarrassing people on there. They don't know it, even her, and cut them off and block them, and embarrass them, and got to kick them out. I put her on my team, and she's doing an awesome job. I ain't got to deal with these trolls on my channel no more. I haven't had to deal with them in 3 months since I put her on. She say, Jeffrey, I ain't Miss Goody Two Shoes. I ain't people want to like me or whatever. Put me on your team. I'll take care of them. I've been doing it for about 12 years. And put on there, and she done weeded out all of them. I ain't got no bad comments. I ain't got nobody trolling nothing. She stopped that to the point of all my channels, every one of them. So I'm gonna shout out to her. She doing an awesome job. She doing my dirty work for me. So shout out to my team. I'm live tonight, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna be at the lake or whatever. I don't know what the weather gonna be today. When y'all get this, it'll be today. It's right. It's Sunday when I'm recording this. Let's see Monday weather here. Look like it's gonna be. Hold on, y'all. It's gonna be. It's supposed to be 83 degrees Monday. It's raining today, Sunday. But would y'all get this to be Monday? Both be 83 degrees, so I might be at the lake. Y'all always like that, and I do too. When I do my live, but I be live. Live is always awesome. I love it. That's the hour of my week that I really, really love. And a lot of y'all love. It's usually the same people on there. We have a good time on there. Y'all know everybody by the screen name. It's like a real family time. I had a lady come reach out to me one day. She say that's an hour of her time. This lady say she live alone. I think she's an elderly lady. If not, she's kind of up in age or whatever. And she say she don't get out much. She don't really have a big family. And she says she goes on that live. It's just like she has a family with she has, that's her family. That's her hour of the week that she can actually interact with people and talk with people and have fun and laugh and whatever. And that's why I do the lives on Monday. It really is. I'll never stop them. And that's one live I always do on Monday. Just take time, an hour of my week. It doesn't take much. A whole week, 1 hour of the week to sit back and associate everybody, have fun and pick fun. And nobody takes stuff serious. We always joke with each other, and we have our little inside jokes that people come in don't know what we're talking about. It's just things like Janet and the drugs, and Gina with her wine, and Kenna getting kicked off the church bus, and my buddy police who kidding me about the Don, and it's just so much stuff, and it's just an ongoing. And then the dirty flower lady joke, and it's just an ongoing. And you got Stooge on there, Three Stooge. I love him to death, and it's just the same people every week on there. It's sort of like a family affair thing. But join us if you're new to the channel, never been in joining. We'll welcome you with open arms. We have no issues on there and have no drama. Kenneth, my one of my mods, he's quick on the trick of somebody coming there and really acting up. He's pretty quick on that. Gina, if she ain't drunk too much wine, she'll get them too. So yeah, Danielle, she's the sweetest thing. She's usually driving on the freeway, monitoring my channel, but I love her to death too. She's awesome. But yeah, join us. Also, the Old School Soul Food Cruise in October. If y'all haven't signed up, the price is going high. So if you haven't signed up for that, I'm gonna be on that cruise. Hold on, y'all. My publicists, they hate when get on the phone while I'm on doing a video. They drive them nuts. I don't know why. I'm just trying to look up something. They say, oh, that Jeff don't look good. Come on, give me a break here. Anyway, the cruise is October the 15th to the 22nd. It's the Royal Caribbean Lure to Sea, living out of Galveston. And I'll be on that cruise for 7 days if you want to jump on. And like I said, it ain't official Old School Soul Food cruise, but if you want to be on there and wear your Old School Soul Food merch, we'll definitely do some dinners that night and go to some shows and hang out together as an Old School Soul Food family. I think it'll be awesome. And what else I was gonna say? I interrupted myself, y'all, and I was gonna say something else and forgot. I guess that's it then. I guess I'll close this video. I hate when I do that. I was thinking of something to say, and then I got to talking about this, which I wrote the cruise down to say that. But yeah, but anyway, I guess I'll think of it another time then. So anyway, y'all, let me close this video out. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow all the social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and TikTok, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2023. Just show some kindness. Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day. And I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a happy, blessed week. And I'll see y'all tonight, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Love y'all. Bye.